So Anthony Yarde recently posted on Instagram saying that maybe he's moving up to cruiserweight, maybe even heavyweight. And I want to talk about, is that a good idea for Anthony Yarde? Because Anthony Yarde's a guy who's challenged for the World Championship at light heavyweight a number of times, and each time has come up short. And even though he's had spirited efforts against Kovalev and Beterbiev, he was pretty much ran through by David Benavidez, and that, of course, that was his last fight. Anthony Yarde, in my opinion, is a guy who always has been a good boxer. He's got good fundamentals, and against a certain level of boxer, he looks like he's got a really high IQ. But when he's in there with guys who can take a shot, and I mean really can take a shot and will just keep going forward, and guys that have been in there for 12 rounds, have got 12-round experience, established world champions, he's not got the mettle to be in there with them. And it pains me to say that because I am an Anthony Yarde fan, but you look at Anthony Yarde's resume, and other than Lyndon Arthur, the only other guys he's fought, he's lost to. And he did lose to Lyndon Arthur. You know, he did avenge that loss twice, but he's not really fought anyone else good on his resume. Everyone else on his resume is a journeyman or an area level fighter. English level, like British level, never fought anyone that's truly even European level, other than Lyndon Arthur. European or fringe world level, sorry. Anthony Yarde, you know, he's a built guy. He's about 5'11", so he wouldn't be small for cruiserweight, but he would be tiny for heavyweight. But he'd be so much faster than everyone at heavyweight, so you're like, okay, he's got that going for him. But at cruiserweight, even cruiserweight's not a particularly stacked division. And again, he could be easily a top 5 guy at cruiserweight, but can he get a world title? And you look at the world champions, I think Jai's going to be fighting Mikhailian soon, and Zerdo's fighting David Benavidez. So, assuming David Benavidez beats Zerdo, and assuming Jai beats Mikhailian, the only world champions there is Jai and Benavidez, and he doesn't beat either of them. He already lost to Benavidez. I don't think he beats Jai. I mean, I think maybe he's got a bit more of a chance against Jai because Jai's hittable, but Jai's far more athletic than David Benavidez in terms of the lateral movement, and on paper should be a much harder target to hit. But he's more powerful than David Benavidez, punch for punch. David Benavidez of course, he's a big puncher. Don't get it twisted. You don't want to be getting hit by David Benavidez the same way Anthony Yarde was getting hit by David Benavidez. But Jai will and has put many guys' lights out, and likely would eventually do that to Anthony Yarde as well. Both guys, in Jai and David Benavidez, are guys who, no doubt, if they win their next fights, will be the 1A and 1B at cruiserweight. And Anthony Yarde's best bet is maybe one of those guys vacate a title when he can fight for a vacant title or he can fight for an interim belt. But Anthony Yarde's not got a chance of winning a world championship at cruiserweight. So then you look at heavyweight, and obviously you look at the top guys at heavyweight, he's got no chance against any of those guys. They're just too big, too skilled, too powerful, right? Like if you're getting stopped by Kovalev, stopped by Beterbiev, stopped by David Benavidez, what do you think is going to happen if you get in there with Daniel Dubois? What's going to happen if you go in there with Fabio Wardley? What's going to happen when you go in there with Usyk? You know, you're going to get your ass handed to you. As good as Anthony Yarde is as a boxer, he's a very good boxer, but there's levels to this. But if he wants big fights, there's not really any big fights at cruiserweight other than world championship fights. If he's chasing world championships, then maybe that is a route for him, because him at light heavyweight, he'd have to rebuild so much. Then there's probably not a realistic route for him to fight for a world title again anytime soon. Whereas at cruiserweight, because the divisions are so thin, you look at 1 win, 2 wins maybe, you're getting a title shot. Because who else is there? Chris Billam-Smith? Who else? Do you know what I mean? There's no one there. So from that point of view, I understand it. So maybe that's what he's looking for. Maybe he just wants to fight a couple low-level guys, get a world title fight, get another big payday. I mean, fair enough. If that's what you want to do, fair enough. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Anthony Yarde considering moving up to cruiserweight or heavyweight. Do you think he's got the mettle to potentially win another world title at one of those weight classes, or do you think he's just chasing money, and if he fights another live one, would he get a beat down? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.